Welcome to the Geek and I podcast. My name is John. Tonight, we are going surfing on eBay for some of those great, long lost, long damaged, destroyed items from our childhood. So join us on the Geek and I podcast with John and Jeff. Good evening, Jeff. How are you?
Doing awesome, man. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. You want to explain what we're doing here tonight? Something a little different, but more on our on par for our Wednesday chit chat. Just to turn the cameras on and turn the microphone on and talk to people and do some web diving.
Well, man, I do this all the time. So to me, it's like second nature. It's where how I find a lot of my collectibles, by you. And I've figured, you know what? Might as well show some of the people out there who are interested on what we do, on how to search for things, to find some good deals. And also, hey, have a little fun along the way.
So what have you been searching for? And like when you go on to collect something, what is it? Like, do you go from style to style? Because I know for a while there you were doing pops, and now you're doing something completely different.
Yeah. Well, the pops I was getting mainly from Funko themselves directly, and then going out in the wild. But on the eBay side, I was mainly into the video games, some of the collectible figures and toys and whatnot. But yeah, those are things I've been lately because of the video game markets kind of going like that. I'm kind of trying to figure out which games are getting now lowered and which ones are getting to be a good deal. And along the way, I always look up my Star Wars, as you can tell, big fan, and then my Star Trek stuff and all that.
Yeah, you gotta have the wars and the Trek in there, right?
Yep.
So I made up a list of a couple of things that when I was a kid were very, very special to me, and have since disappeared. Along
They're
the
not
way.
on my eBay store. I promise you, they're not on my eBay store.
They're not? Okay, good. Yeah, because I had there's some things in there that that I really miss, and I don't know if it was just me that didn't take care of them after a while, or having kids. With the kids, they disappear. What? Where do you want to start? What do you want to? Let's bring up eBay.
Yeah.
Now you have it up too as well. I'm guessing because
No, I'm sorry. I don't.
You're not shopping tonight?
Well, I was editing video, so I lost track of time. And the podcast.
So where do you want to start? You know what? Let me start here. I was in the garage where I usually find all my stuff, and I came across this. I know I have the second part, but this is part one, and it kind of goes along with the last few weeks on the Friday night show, Federation Friday. This is a VHS copy of The Best of Both Worlds. This is part one.
Nice.
And, it's not mint in box. It has been used. It has been watched. But I think it's cool because it only has that, like, 1 hour's worth of tape inside. So if I wanted to, let's see, let's say Best of Both Worlds.
VHS.
VHS.
Yeah, because I was typing names of shows before, and because they've been re-released on DVD and Blu-ray, it brought stuff I was not looking for.
All right, so there's, I guess, 1 and 2, both of them for $5. So
Now,
that's
for a
not going to help.
while,
That's not going to make me.
the
I'm not going to retire off of that.
right. No, for a while they had the CBS Club where you joined, and it was special because you could get either Star Trek or the Next Generation. And I forgot. Well, there's a third Star Trek show. It's that box right there for $6.99. There, that's one of them. And it's actually a really good box. Kept it they're a lot sturdier than the little weak ones we used to get, the regular cardboard ones. But for a while, those were going for some crazy money.
That's why I like the clamshells.
Right. Well, see, for me, I was watching that Star Wars from back in 1986, I think, when it first came out on CBS. And what was the other? It was partner. I can't remember. I think it was just CBS and something else. But it was a special case that pulled out. It's like a tray. Those things were going for like a couple of $100, man. And don't get me started on new and sealed, new, graded. That's just, I think that's weird.
Now those guys that we met, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago at the Retro Expo? I think it was the Retro Expo that they were grading VHS and then sealing them inside of a plastic
sarcophagus.
Yeah. So nobody
They
could ever touch them
them
again. Yeah.
Well,
do
VHS,
you think that is something
weird.
That's do you think that's something that is recognized in the collecting industry like they do with baseball cards, where they're sealed behind glass and plastic and stuff like that?
My opinion, or what people are doing currently?
Yeah, no, what do you think, and both, maybe your opinion and what other people think about it.
Well, I know since I've been following the whole thing with video games, and I saw what we saw at the booth where people had sealed copies of VHS tapes graded. I think hipsters are into that because that's something they never experienced. Where you and I, you brought a movie, you opened the darn thing up, right? I mean, we didn't keep it sealed. People are finding those in crates these days because of old stores. And in my opinion, I don't see the value that other people are seeing. But sports cards are different because they're just a card. Now you can keep it nice and sharp and clean. Then you can look at the card still. Comic books, if you read it a few times, you want to keep it graded. I get that. But the video game where you actually interact with it, or the movie, or unless, of course, you got different copies of the movie, but I still don't understand that movie thing.
So looks like, what was it, like 954 is
you can sort. You can sort it out by price if you want. It says highest to lowest and all that.
Yeah, so 16, 27. Now, I wonder what makes this one different. Is this a different country?
Yes. Everybody's after the overseas stuff in America and vice versa overseas. I know the Japanese and the European versions were a lot different than American. So if you're trying to be a completist and try to collect everything for this one particular show, you want the different versions. Big time with Star Wars, because Star Wars was worldwide. Star Trek's worldwide. You see those variants very often, but very pricey, or unless you have a source.
So this one here is pretty neat looking. That's a pretty cool box.
Yeah, that's a European version, I believe. On the bottom left hand side, there's that little triangle. That's usually what I see on
Right.
those European markets. Of course, that's not sealed that bad. That's just in a good case. Clamshell, I
Right.
guess.
And here it is. Here's another version of that one. Oh, you can't really see that. Let's see if I can bring
That's
this.
European too, though.
Yeah, no, that one
There you
doesn't.
go.
That's a cool looking box.
Yeah, I guess the
So
clamshell
what?
makes up for the price.
Yeah. What? What are you currently collecting?
Well, I put a pause on some of the figures and the collectible. I always like try to find the old school Star Wars Kenner stuff in the box, preferably because there's still a lot out there. I've been watching that market. The 1997 releases before, when they had the prequels coming out, they did those re-releases of the original figures, and they look cool. But those re-releases are hit and miss. I mean, you can get the tall, 12-inch figures for, depending upon the figure, anywhere from 5, 10, 15, $20, all the way up to 200 to 250. It all depends on the figure, the release, and the condition.
So what is something from your childhood that you no longer have that you would like to replace if money was no object?
My youth.
Okay, well, I don't think that that's going to be on eBay, but maybe
No,
someday.
um, you know, since I lost a lot of my original collectibles because I lost my storage unit, trying to rebuy those back are hard. And so I have tons that I keep an eye on. But one of the ones that I guess it's not really unique or unusual, but for the longest time, I really wanted an original Simon Says, like from the 70s. It took me a while to find it, but I was able to find one. And I think I paid about $40 for it. It had the box, the instructions, the
Mhm.
whole kit and caboodle, but it's the original one. What about you, John? What's your one of the childhood treasures you
Well,
want back?
we see it every time we go to the Retro Expo, and I just can't bring myself to put down any money on it. But it is the Mazinga. I think that's how you.
Maybe I
Let's
guess
see if I can spell it right. No, I don't want taco shells. There he
taco
is.
shells on eBay. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. That was I thought that was from the Toy Story, but
Yeah,
that was actually from
it kind of looks like
it's a Zor or what?
Zerg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had both of these guys.
How much are they going for? 70, $80?
Well, the two of them together are $360.
Holy crap! Really?
Yeah.
Are they mint? I mean, no damage.
Well, it looks like he's missing. See, inside of his crown there was a spaceship,
Oh, okay.
and then he had all down up and down the legs were fireable rockets, and it doesn't
Oh,
look
before
like
they
there's
got
any
banned.
right before Boba Fett came out, ruined everything for everybody.
Why are they asking for so much? Because it's not complete.
Yeah, and look at the damage on his belt.
Yeah, I understand that. It's kind of the reason why if I'm hunting for something, I have a special way of doing it where I keep an eye on it because the market changed so much. But you'd be amazed when something hits, brand new to the market. That's what I'm after to see where it's at.
Right. See now this one has 3 rockets.
Is that the spaceship on
Looks like
top?
he's got his sword, and looks like he's got the escape pod in his uh I guess his crown or whatever that is. But yeah, this is
Was this from a
more com-
cartoon or something?
more complete. It's from I think it's Japanese anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So,
probably why it's expensive because it's an import toy, maybe.
well, I know I got mine at when I was a kid at Play World. Did you ever have did they have Play Worlds up down here?
No, we had like KB toy stores and Toys R Us and Toy Box and all that.
Yeah, we had two other chains. We had Toys R Us, we had Child World, and we had Play World.
Hmm.
And
Maybe it's a northern thing.
they could be uh a northern thing for, locally. Um, like I know there's a couple of supermarkets that were just locally on, in the New York area. What was a? Have you ever seen the? It was a Star Wars, and this was my favorite thing that I think I got because I can remember buying it from Play World. It was Star Wars. Movie. Let's see. Let's type in Star Wars movie clip projector.
Oh, by Kenner, the ones that crank. You watch the
Yeah,
movie on your. Yeah, it came with like a little cassette thing, right? I played
yeah.
a
It
little
had a
bit of the
little.
movie.
It had a yeah. It had a square box.
Yeah, there's one with a flashlight. I remember that. Those were more
There it
slides,
is.
though. There it is, right
There
there
it
on the
is.
left.
Star Wars movie viewer.
There you go. And that should have just Star Wars because I don't think.
Yeah. It had actually the opening of the movie, and it had where the scene of that they cut where Luke is standing next to the evaporator and he's looking up with the binoculars.
Yeah,
It had that part. It had the escape from the Death Star, and then it had like this one here says destroy the Death Star scene. So it actually has the end of the movie, and I can't tell you how many times you just sit there and go
yeah. No audio.
no audio. All you hear is the clacking of the machine
The wind up
inside,
thing.
and
Yeah. It was just fooling around the video, and that's precursor to the VHS, I think. What year would it come out? Do you remember? Or does
what
it
was
say
that?
in the listing? What year did it come out?
What?
That projector thingy.
Uh,
I was wondering if it said in the listing.
let's see. No, it doesn't even have a listing.
I
Doesn't tell
see
you
something
what
there,
it.
John. Check this out. Go up a little bit. It has one of the things I gave you, a movie clip. There you go.
Yeah. Yep. I got that. You gave me that one.
What are they going for?
25, it looks like.
Really?
Why, you want it back?
Yeah. I don't want to say how many I own, but I have a very vast collection. I think I did one video on like showing every one I had. It's like an hour-long video.
And that's Luke
That,
passed out after a night down at the cantina.
I think those are cool because you know, the one that I currently have on my eBay store, it's a box set. Those are very hard to come by, and a lot of people would do in the past was to buy these box sets, then they'll break up the set and sell them separately to make more money for some reason, and then that just made the box sets more scarce. I had two of them in my collection. I sold one. I still have the other one that's on the store right there, but you know, the price you put on these things is what you're willing to let go for. And
Yeah.
if you watch the market, I have not seen another box set of the film clips from the original films go on sale that much on eBay, which explains the price. But I always have on all that stuff there on my store is make an offer because I want to go to a good home, and I'm fair with the offers, but don't be saying $10. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Well, see, a lot of the things that I have that, I mean, I could put up, but you know, they're like $9 here, $12 there, and that's again what somebody thinks the value is. You know, and because a lot of this stuff is special. You know, it holds a place in your memories, and
Yeah,
you don't want to get rid of it because it's, you know, it reminds you of the old days, you know, like I guess that's how, you know, buying this little projector, you know, you say, you know, what do you want to search for on eBay and buy, and you say your youth. Well, buying one of these would bring back your youth,
true.
the way I see it.
Now,
So
do you want to share a little tip with the guys out there on what I do to make sure you're getting fair market value?
sure, go ahead.
All right. So, I always, if you watch my channel, I'm always telling you, hey, this is where I scored it. Here's a link to get it if I'm getting stuff, you know, that just came out or stuff that's been around for a little while. But for the stuff on eBay, we're talking the stuff from our old school days, especially if you're into video game collecting and toy collecting. Go to pricecharting.com. I believe it's called. Let me double check it. I think it's what it's called. There's two. I use one for the pops, which I'm not really into collecting anymore. I'm just more kind of like flipping them to get paid for my other collectibles. Let me double check this here. I think it's pricecharting.com. There we go. Yes, pricecharting.com. So, like that little thing you got there for Star Wars,
Right.
you type in, you know, the name of the item, preferably if you have a SKU bar, you know, you could go ahead and look for it there. It's real good by typing in the product or the UPC code. It'll find it a lot easier if you're a little more. If you get more information, like for example, you know, I'm not sure how it works on the figures because there's unboxed and stuff. But once you find the item you're looking for in it, it'll tell you loose, complete in box, brand new, and it'll tell you what it's been selling for currently. That way you have a better idea on what it's going for.
So is this the website?
Yep. Yep. So
Let's see if they
that's
have
like.
if
Go
they have
ahead.
that movie viewer.
You can give you the stuff that's associated with it, and you just got to look through it to see which one is closest to you, or is it? And these prices are based upon sales from eBay mainly.
Yeah, so it doesn't even come up.
Did you use keywords like Kenner, Star Wars? I think that was Kenner. Could be
Yeah, I
wrong.
put Kenner Star Wars. Do I need hashtags and stuff like that, or just the title?
No. If you had a UPC, it'd be better. A lot of times when they list things in eBay, they do include a UPC symbol. What you could do here also is Google, take that little description you got, throw it into Google, and then once you start seeing what it's actually called in Google land, type in UPC code, and Google is really good at finding those UPC codes. That way you can find it a lot easier.
Well, when did UPC codes start?
Dude, they've been around since we're kids, remember? Um, if there's like the late 70s or mid 70s, I remember seeing them. And the scanning thing didn't happen until later on, but there were codes on there. I guess that's how they were keeping track by numbers. So there was a number or something on your stuff. I don't remember toys having it much until maybe the 80s, but I'm not 100%. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's where I go type in stuff from, especially video games, because the market's crazy. And
All right. Well, Google says June 26th, 1974 was
okay,
when
throw that in there
UPCs.
too.
So when
Oh, 19,
well,
oh, with
no,
the UPC.
that's when UPCs began. So I guess it
1974,
might have
huh?
1974. So I guess it might have had a UPC on it.
Yeah.
But who's going to have
I
the
just remember
box?
seeing them.
You know, it's a 40-year-old box now.
Yeah.
So
But, I remember a time when mom and dad would give you something, and then as soon as you started misbehaving, and it came right back to them, throw it in the closet, and then you forgot about it. That's maybe how some of the complete boxes are being found outside of old warehouses.
yeah. So what's something you'd wanna search?
Well, I'm curious now because I used to have this, and you're talking about one of the things I wish I could get. Sears sold it, and JCPenney sold it. It was Mego, Batman, and Superman. Those figures. Now they did re-releases of them, but they also had the Batmobile. And so I remember one Christmas, my mom surprised me with a Batman and a Batmobile. That was really cool. But it wasn't like super fancy. It's just plastic. But, that looks like it right there on the left.
Which one? This
The one on
one?
the left. Yeah, click it out. I can't see too well. And I got good glasses. Yeah, it looks like it. What's the price on that?
$25.
All right. It's missing stuff. Yeah, it's missing. Dude, that's rough. That's missing a lot. Someone went and stripped that one in Batman Land. The Joker must have done it. But yeah, that's one of the toys that I remember getting. There you go. That has a Batman and Robin. The Batman's not in good shape. He's missing a lot of stuff. And the bat symbol. I don't know why people would take their clothes and just leave the Batman with a little, what do you call it?
Well, this was from their vacation.
Oh. Actually, it looks like the wheel's been replaced. One wheel in front doesn't have the bat symbol.
Oh no! It looks like Robin's been fishing for sharks with Quint.
No repellent, shark repellent for him, huh?
No shark bat repellent or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, those
Looks like
how much? Those are they like quote for $20 or something like that?
Well, this one,
It's rough, dude. I would that'd be a hard pass for me.
this one here is 75.
$75. Oh my!
It would be 100 if Robin had his leg, but it's 25% off Robin.
I remember having the Star Trek ones too. I had Kirk and Spock. I couldn't afford the rest of their crew.
1972, it says.
Yeah,
Robin's got a little gray.
I used to know a guy who would buy old toys like that from Goodwill, and he'll restore them, refabricate some stuff, and resell them. But he always say in the listing, this item is not 100% original. Oh, there's one in the box. What? I don't remember what the box looked like. I can't remember.
This
Or
one?
that's some of the new stuff too. On the right hand side, is that the original, or is that refabricated? Companies are refabricating these, so they're trying to bring back the past for us.
Oh, this is the box only.
Ah, Dirty Dogs, get y'all hopes up. That's a nice looking box though.
The
For
box, the
completists
box
that
is
had,
$25.
well, yeah, you'll be amazed. After doing a lot of research over the years, they'll how good is the collectible and what condition, and then the third thing always up. Do you have the box? Do you have the original box?
Mhm.
What's the condition of the box? The box is worth more half the time than the actual figure itself, just because people played with those toys. You know, they weren't sitting on someone's shelf like they are now.
Right, because it was, I guess, more. I don't know. Would you say more for our childhood? And now that we've grown up, if we do find one, it goes in a box on a shelf. We
Well,
don't
for
touch it.
me, I don't know. I mean, for me, I still play with it. I actually had a land speeder from '97. I believe it was '97. It's one of the re-releases, but the one right after, right when the prequels started coming out, the first one, and they released three, Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi. I got myself the land speeder I used to have, and I was doing a video of it. Decided to open it up, and I started playing with it. And I caught myself while recording the video, just playing with it, because it brings back your childhood. Well, like you
Yeah.
said, that's what you're buying. That's what you're paying for. So now, yes, I haven't opened in the box, but I had fun playing with it, and then looking at the brochure of all the booklet, of all the cool stuff you could buy during that moment in time.
So on last Friday,
That's cool, dude.
I showed off this thing, this box set, and found
And how much was it worth again? It was like a couple $100, right?
Well, it's got the Toys R Us sticker on it. I paid $24.99.
That's something I want to tell everybody out there. When you find these items, don't try to take off the price tag. Leave it be. Number one, the glue's too old. But number two, that's part of the nostalgia of finding where you got from, be it KG, not KG, Toys R Us is one, but the other one, KB Toy Store. A lot of people are looking to collect from toys from certain stores now. Like, when you buy a movie, if it's from a Blockbuster rail place, does it come with a Blockbuster sleeve? Like one of the video games I got. So yeah, that's really highly collectible. Leave the sticker on.
So it looks like this one is $23. So I would actually lose $2
Really?
plus tax.
That's Micro Machine?
That is Micro Machines, yes.
But yours is not Micro Machine, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That's
the one.
if you have the UPC, always type in the UPC, because I was finding stuff where people are mislabeling cheaper. So I'll type in the UPC, the number, to bring up the product. Then I'll highlight the main subject of the product and do another search. So I have two little windows opened up side by side. And you'll be amazed how people mislabel what it is, the category. Always keep it on all categories because I found an item that was going for, I think it was maybe $110. I paid $15 on an auction because it was mislabeled. And I was like, why isn't anybody bidding on this? And I got it. I'm like, okay. And then I asked the guy, he goes, it looks like I'm the only bidder. Will you be shipping it? Because I didn't think he was going to go through with it. And he shipped it to me. He goes, you know what? It's supposed to go for way more. Other things are way priced higher than this. I'm like, yeah, I know. And the people are still buying the same item at a high price. They're just not looking. They don't know how to look for it, basically.
So here it is. It's going anywhere between 50. I got 40. Yeah, $50. 36 for them open.
Any sealed?
Let's see. Let's do it lowest to highest, or highest to lowest. All right, so this guy apparently thinks it's worth $450.
I think that's what Bill saw. Now, what you could do here, because you got price charting on, you can take that UPC number and throw it in price charting, and you can see what it's been currently selling for. And that's literally how I get a grasp on how much it's currently worth. How am I willing to spend the extra money because I really want one? Kind of like what I did with the Tetris. That one particular one from Japan, completed box. There were far and few between coming up, but because of that movie, it sparked interest. Someone decided, you know what, I got one I could sell. And I think I saw 3 within a month and a half. And I got one of the 3.
So that UPC doesn't come up on price charting.
Nothing. So you could go back and put down the name of the Micro Machine and Star Trek, I guess whatever it's called, the kit, I guess. There you go. You should be able to see title. There you go.
Yeah, it's coming up under video games for some reason.
It's okay. People mismark them. As long as you see what people are paying for them.
It doesn't list any of them, though.
Oh, it doesn't? It's just listing the video games, maybe?
Yeah, it
can't be that many Star Trek video games.
Well, it says Micro Machines, but then it has console is CDI, Game Boy, NES, Nintendo 64. So I don't even think that's right.
There's another website I look at stuff. It's called HobbyDB, HOBBYDB.com. And that's mainly where I look at my pops. So it may also have figures or like, other toys. I know this is like more of a database of the item, current estimated value. It has a way if you use your phone to scan the barcode using this application, it will bring up the item a lot easier. I have it on my phone, so when I go shopping, when I'm on a hunt, there you go.
Doesn't come up either. It's like these toys don't exist.
No, they do. They're just not being shown in those websites. So now you're off to hope, okay, where would I go next? So what I do for the third time, because if those two places don't have what I'm looking for, I always go to Google. The item put the UPC, the name of the item, and best price. Because Google also keeps a database. I just like using those other two websites because it's more convenient for me. I already know what I'm looking for, especially for video games when it comes to that price charting
So this one here is $16.99, between 10 and $16.
for the whole kit? Like what,
No,
20 ships?
that's this one.
Oh, okay.
So this is
That's the old school stuff.
that is
Romulan.
yeah, yep. It's got the Enterprise, the Klingon battle cruiser, and a Romulan bird of prey.
That's a good set, man. I like that. But then I'm old school, so.
And then this one, I was in the garage and I stepped on it.
No, don't. Oh, no.
So
Did
that
you
one
unpop
is
it? No, it's damaged.
yeah.
You might as well just open it. No, I'm joking.
So this one is the Excelsior,
Oh, for
Klingon
the
bird
movies?
of prey, and the Reliant.
From Star Trek 2.
This is, I guess, the movie. Yes, it says Star Trek. Star Trek the movies.
There you go. And you stepped
So-
on that one? Oh, man.
Yeah, I dropped it and stepped on it. I tripped over something else.
I do that all the time. Well, when I go to my storage unit, try to find stuff, or I have a bad memory, so I would buy stuff and get it. I'm like, oh, cool. And then when I go to my storage unit, trying to find something else, and I already own it. Like, man.
Yeah, so
Might have an unboxing on their hands, guys. Stay tuned to the Geek and I.
well, it might be a post unboxing because my grandson is here and he wants to open it so badly.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you're teaching them well.
So I guess these, because here's another one. I guess this one here is this is the next generation one.
Micro Machines was a hot thing for the longest time.
It's got the Ferengi, the Borg, and a shuttlecraft.
Was it board just a cube and a little paint?
Yeah. Oh, you know, that's something else I wanted to look at.
I was gonna say the guy there at the toy company going, okay, we're gonna make a board ship. All right, cool. I got a box ready to go. It was a Jack in the Box. We just covered the top.
And I think it was Playmates.
Yeah, Playmates did a lot of Star Trek and Star Wars stuff.
This thing. I had this, and I probably still have it somewhere in the garage. I don't think I would have gotten rid of it.
What does it do? Just make noises and plays clips?
Yeah, it's
That's what they had the Enterprise did that.
it goes to this set with the the Enterprise D. And
My good friend Kill gave me one of those. Him and his girlfriend at the time are not. She passed, unfortunately. But it came with a lot of stickers, and I just put it up there with no stickers, just so I could push the button and listen to the audio and the sound effects. It's really cool. If you have batteries.
Yeah, the batteries are the batteries are dead. But yeah, this one also had, and I think I have it in the garage, and the batteries in that one still might work. It's the oh, see, here's the stand for it.
No, that stand's different. That's a different one. Because the Playmates one, the stand was a lot different.
That's a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah. I know Diamond Select did a wonderful job of the Enterprise. I brought 3 of them, one to play with, and then the stand was just like that, really weak looking, and it had problems.
So
I
let's see if
wound up having the phaser and the communicator, but I never got the tricorder. For some reason, I just wanted a communicator and a phaser so I could play like like on the we call it the landing party. And I was like going, well, who needs the tricorder? I got the phaser and the communicator.
I can't get these batteries open.
I used to have a drawer of just loose batteries just for that fact. I'll cut them all open. I don't like messing with them.
Well, I gotta put batteries in. Hopefully they're double A's.
I've been watching the market on those Hallmark things like the one I gave you for Star Trek.
Right.
Star Trek and Star Wars is going for crazy money sometimes. It just gets ups and downs. So, but they're nice little units. I mean, they're cool, I think.
Now I can't find my screwdriver. That's how you know
Phillips.
That's how you know yeah, it's a tiny little Phillips.
Yeah, I have a drawer just for these tools, just so if I ever need to do anything. But then again, I work on a lot of cartridges and video games and all that. So
Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any of my
batteries.
Any of my tools around.
Oh, that's right. You found the batteries. You just need the tools.
So, which tricorder is it that you wanted?
Well, they had the model kit. Well, the model kit they had, it was all three, but they were like super small. But when you're a kid putting them together, they were like kid size a little bit, I guess. I wound up finding a model kit that was open, but everything was still there, unopened from the packaging, but the box was open, And I was like, man, these things are super small. But the Playmate ones, the ones that I remember getting before Diamond Select came out with theirs, and before Master Replicas, they're doing it the high end stuff, and there was really Sideshow Collectibles. Another play. I mean, if you got the money, you want to spend $300 for a R2D2, like I think it was like 12-inch or 6-inch figure, but it blinks and does all kinds of crazy stuff.
So I got this too, somewhere in the house.
Remote control, right?
Yeah.
I remember seeing those I used to sell them at Dillard's. There's a universal remote.
Yeah, I used to control my DirecTV with it, my TiVo.
TiVo. I remember selling something that you could program. It works with your VCR. I can't remember the name of it, but it was something that was selling for like $100. And if you had an old school VCR, it worked with it. Some kind of encoder. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, that's cool, dude.
And I know it's in the house somewhere because I've put batteries in it because I like the sound.
Mm-hmm.
It has good sound effects. Oh, I found a screwdriver.
You might need to do a Indiana Jones video when you go to the garage.
Yeah. It'd be like the finding the Ark.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna
Were you ever into the Batman and Superman and all that, or are you primarily Marvel?
I've never been into Marvel until the movies came out.
Oh, okay.
I was never a big comic book guy. I did like Batman, and I collected Batman car. I love the Batmobile.
Yeah, who doesn't? I have one sitting right over here, kind of far for me to get. You know what? Let's see here. Maybe my headphones will stretch.
Yeah, I can't get the bottom off of this.
Don't break it. Yeah, my headphones stretched. See, I got the old school Batmobile. These are the 124 scale die-cast metal. But it's kind of cool because the doors open.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it doesn't do like any sound effects. But this one right here, I dig this one. This is my Back to the Future. And the wheels like flip
Is that the
under.
one that floats? I know there's one that floats.
This one does. In my mind, it floats, but the wheels go with the hover mode, and then it lights up.
But is that the one that has the pad that makes it like actually hover?
No, that's a different version that's more expensive than I can afford. I got scammed on one of those because they had a Facebook thing and showed a video of it, and the guy unboxing it, and it looked super cool. And then I got a 1/24 scale version of the regular one. Excuse me. That's what I have over there too. And the worst thing ever was, yeah, I got scammed. I paid probably because the price was too good to be true, but I saw it on Facebook. I know they're policing people. You would think they would be at least. And apparently Facebook's let you advertise anything you want within reason, of course. But when you get scammed, they can't do nothing. They said just report to the Better Business Bureau. And 90% of these are from China.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it's not a real business, how are you gonna?
Well, I suggest don't buy anything on Facebook unless it's marketplace and you are going to meet up with somebody. Then again, you could get killed for that. So meet up at a police station maybe. But it's getting rough out there.
Yeah.
For us collectors.
All right.
Were you able to get it? You lost your mic.
I was making a lot of noise. So I wanted to mute.
I thought we had a repeat of Friday.
All right, 1 battery, 2 battery. I'm actually replacing here the
Originals?
It's the warp core.
Oh.
So let's see. It's dead, Jim.
What? Now the battery's put in right?
I hope so.
I had a guy at a yard sale saying, "Hey, I put new batteries. It doesn't work, so I'll give it to you for $5." I'm like, "Let me check it out." And then I opened it up, the toy, and the batteries were incorrectly. So I fixed it. I plugged it in, and pushed the the button, and it started working. I was like, "It works. Just had the batteries in wrong." And he goes, "Well, I did say $5, so if you want, you can have it." It's one of the little small collectibles. That's what I like about going hunting, going on the hunt. Yard sales.
Nope, it doesn't work.
Maybe you have to clean the contacts. Are they corroded?
No, 'cause these batteries were.
No,
Well,
the contacts on the toy. Because if you leave batteries in there, if batteries start corroding, it messes up your contacts.
Imagine when we have to put batteries in our car. We're gonna have to deal with this.
Yeah, don't pour Coke on that. There is corrosion, right?
Maybe.
If it's green and white or green, yeah, It's not a good sign. I always take out my batteries from my old school toys when I'm not using it, just for that fact, because you don't want corrosion's hard to come off, and it does mess with the electrical system.
No, nothing. I'm gonna have to work on it. Get some alcohol
All right.
down in there.
Well, at least it's a good try.
Yeah.
Now you gotta make the noises by yourself like we used to. Yeah, if I remember right, it lit up a little bit, but had phrases from the TV show and the sound effects.
Well, the nacelles lit up.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. Yeah,
When they
there's
have batteries on
there's little contacts right
them?
here
Okay.
that when you put them on, they're supposed to make contact and light up, but they don't.
No,
So
lovely.
I'll have to work on that. So I also have this. I found this in the garage.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 64. Now there are a couple of versions of this. You tell me, right?
There are versions like American, PAL, and uh, um, Japanese, but are you talking about different versions of release? Yes. Now, how you can tell, I'm not good about that. I just have to look at pictures.
See, I thought one time you told me that there was a like this gold symbol
Oh well,
meant
yeah,
meant
because
something.
people. Oh, you're okay. I know what you're talking about. So basically, there's also repo cards out there. So basically, it's a redone of the video game that's done on the computer, that's put on the cart, burned on the cart, so you can play it on your N64. And so a lot of the games are really expensive. People, get the ROMs, and the way I play it, like on my Pi, well, there's a way to burn ROMs onto carts, and then you can play them on your system. And then people sometimes, unfortunately, fake the carts to make it look like the legitimate ones and the boxes. And most recently, not too long ago, someone had a fake repo game inside of a graded casing that they were selling on eBay. And a lot of people, a lot of friends on YouTube did some videos on it. I think Matt Pixel was the one that did the best one, where he was talking about, man, this is wrong. And he was actually calling them out. But yeah, that looks legit. Yep. I used to have that too. I
See,
wound up
now
looking
it's
at my video games and saying, okay, I got my N64 version of this. I got the ROM and I also got the little mini playing these things. Do I want to keep the original or do I need the money that bad? So yeah, a lot of
right.
times I sell my games and I get regret it. I'm sorry, John, you may interrupt.
So this one has the gold sticker. So I guess this
Yeah.
kind of looks. This one that's on screen kind of looks like it.
Yeah. That looks legit to me. And some people go as far as taking them out of the case to show you the ROM boards because they fake those too. So like I said, the bootleg ones or what we call the repo cards are the ones that have the newer chips on them, and they won't have the old school versions of it.
Right. All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight. I've shown you all my wares. Oh, let me look up this. I think it's a Playmates also. Playmates Playmates really did a nice job with merchandising for
Oh yeah,
next gen.
and the
I showed
original
you
too.
I showed you this on the stream.
Oh, the tricorder. Nice. Now you could be like Dave and have the tricorder talk to you.
Yeah. So this is I think this is how it used to look before I took it apart. Because I bought two of them. I bought one to play with and then one to experiment on.
What are you trying to do to it?
Well, that's what this one is. This is the experiment. I put in
Are you adding more stuff to it?
I put all the extra lights in there.
Oh, nice.
I lit up the top here. See, if you look at this one.
It came with a case?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember the case, but
or did someone make it for?
So if you look at this one, that doesn't have any of the stickers on it.
Mm-hmm. Over time they come off.
I put these lights in. I made these lights on the side over here. These are these lights here, and I made them blink.
Cool. So, what kind of lights did you use? Like Christmas lights?
These are just computer lights that I bought at Radio Shack.
What? How long ago was when you were doing this?
See, and then
I lit up
the. Oh yeah, I was like, I don't know, not a kid, but 18, 19. When I was going to Star Trek conventions and I needed cool cosplay stuff. Yeah. So
I put. We said Radio Shack.
I miss Radio Shack, so I put these lights in. You can see these lights weren't there on the original.
So these computer lights come with its own little circuit board to make them blink and all that?
I put it in there. It's all inside the unit.
So as a kit you brought a lighting kit, right?
No, I bought all these pieces separately and soldered them together and
really?
Yeah. And then
nice.
I put a light at the bottom.
That's badass.
And then I have a little switch here, so when it closes, it turns the unit off, so it goes like when you open it up, it turns on automatically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you got a one-of-a-kind special there.
Yeah, not worth
limited
anything,
edition.
But yeah, very limited. One of one.
Hey, you never know. Someone might watch the stream going like, hey, I want to score that.
It's only 10.
Leave your comments below.
It's only $1 million. So
don't get rid of it. It's part of your past that you worked on it. It looks cool, dude.
Yeah, this way when I die, my kids can go, what the hell is this? This is crap.
The remote's not working, and they made them real big back then.
Yeah. It has a nice little belt loop. So I guess that case was fake. Somebody must have made that case because it had a belt. It had a belt loop.
Or maybe they took off the belt loop. I bet you could just cut that off and sand it down.
So I got a little bit of work to do on it because it's still there's one light over here down at the bottom that isn't blinking, and this light here doesn't come on anymore. So
got resolder.
Yeah, I probably have to open it up, and now that there's technology, I could probably replace this screen.
Oh yeah,
with
you can actually get a working screen, like
get a working. Now I don't know if you'd be able to see this on the stream because it's kind of bright. Let me see if I turn down the brightness. But I found this in the App Store. It's called Stars, STARRSS. So when you hit the button, it's supposed to do something, but There we go.
Oh, cool. So it's an app, huh?
It's an app and it's a news reader. So when you want to go on and read your headlines, there's all your
That's cool.
all your headlines there, and then you hit access and you want to read. And then if you want to go to the actual website,
That's cool.
and it makes all the noises too.
You know what makes me really happy? It's that Gene Roddenberry, all of the stuff he dreamed about is coming true. Spoilers.
So
Yeah, it always makes me smile when I see something related to the Star Trek world becoming real in our world.
yeah, he was a genius.
Yep.
And
And they're working on warp drives. I've been reading about that.
I bet you Elon will make the warp drive possible very, very soon. So
It's cool. It's cool that we're getting there.
yeah, it'll probably be the year after we pass away.
We'll get our hoverboard holding our coffin.
Yeah. So Jeff, what do you got coming up on the channel this week?
Well, I want to do an official apology right now because I started, and we talked about it on Friday, the Collector Zone live stream, and it was pretty rough. And I don't consider that being my first episode. That was my first venture of doing it. So I'm proud to say I was getting some stuff polished off, did a little spit shining, and it's going to look really cool, killer coming up this Sunday. So yeah, man, excited.
That'll be every Sunday on the Collector Zone channel
at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Very cool. And coming up on Friday, you still up for the ranking of season 3 of Picard?
That's gonna be tough, man.
I've put I put them all the episodes are in the computer. They're ready to go. And I have descriptions of all the episodes listed out. So when it comes time to say, oh, what happened in episode 3? I can read off the description. We can remind the audience what happened in that. Yeah, and what happened in that episode, and hopefully they're not all ranked S's for superior, because there are a couple of, compared to some of the other ones, there are a couple of tomatoes in there, but yeah, when you put episode 9, I think episode 9 is going to be my top episode.
Spoilers.
So we'll see.
So how's it being ranking? I mean, there's got to be how are you breaking ties? By the way, is it going to be
no, it's not a battle. It's the rankings.
Okay.
So it's going to go, superior and then A through D.
I don't think anything's going to make past B. I think it's going to be all A's and B's.
And S's?
For superior?
Superior, yeah. So until then, we will see you again Friday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending some time with us. Thanks for checking us out. If you're checking it out on the replay, Jeff and I would like to thank you. We are so close to 4,000 subs on the channel.
Thank you.
I think we might have gotten one tonight. So
Brendan Davis, 4,000 on this show.
Brendan Davis, he helped us get to. Let me turn this light off now.
There you go, 4,000. Thanks, guys.
Thank you to Brendan Davis for
rolling the
putting
clock.
putting us over the top. And once he realizes that he was number 4,000, he'll probably go, let me unsubscribe. So
We got proof. We hit 4,000.
we hit it. Now we can go backwards in time. So thank you to everybody that comes by the channel and checks us out, checks out our shorts, checks out our long form content. We really appreciate it. We are setting up some cool stuff. We got Fan Expo Dallas coming up in June. I will be headed down to that one. We got another Retro Expo in September, I believe.
Those are real fun.
And then a couple of interviews we're working on lining up, and we will see what we throw and what hits the fan and sticks to the wall. So we will see you on Friday for Federation Friday. This week is ranking season 3 episodes of Picard. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome in the chat. Tell us what your favorite episodes were and why. And we'll see you next time on Friday on the Geek and I podcast. And until then,
see you on the next one. Laters.